My presentation is on differences in political views. Here's my media clip I used for my reflection.
More people are coming out, and then more and more people are becoming accepting of LGBT rights.
If you are personally connected to an issue, might that make it harder or easier for you to go to that other side?
If you have been affected by an issue and it's like really, that made you who you are, today I think it's really hard to change your views on that.
I think this class has brought all of the seniors together a little more. It just taught us a lot on how to get along with each other and how to agree to disagree.
At Highlander, we want students to be able to look at something critically. They need to know how to advocate for themselves, but they also know that they have to take in various perspectives.
Our students come with these very firm ideas and beliefs about certain topics because it's the only perspective they've known. So I really like to push the envelope with them. We're going to revisit today some of those really tough issues that we've looked at this year. We've covered things like abortion, sexual assault on college campuses, immigration, presidential appointments. So as the news has been happening and our country's been evolving, that's what we cover.
Today's class, the main focus was to see others' perspective. That's a current problem in the United States where we are too divided and we don't listen to the other side.
It's really an important skill for you to have, looking at things from the point of view of someone who has a different opinion. It's not a wrong versus right. It's a, well, you know what? Let me take a step over to your side.
Prior to this, I honestly wasn't interested at all in any current events. I could care less about the news or anything, but ever since this class, it made me more aware of like what's going on around me.
How many of you are thinking you'd like to revisit community police divide? Poverty blame game, and the LGBT debate. So you'll have 10 minutes to review any of the resources for your topic.
First, we learned background information.
Blacks are 24.1%. That's the poverty rate, and Hispanics are 21.5%.
And mostly we have discussions to see where we stand, and we share our ideas and opinions.
I put that it's not their fault, it's how they grew up.
And we kind of debate and try and play devil's advocate for both sides. I don't agree with that because there's a bunch of Hispanics that are not poor, and they chose to make the change in their life to get them out of the poverty.
Like, once LGBT groups have been attacked by religious groups, I think there has been a lot of laws that like discriminate. Like, because you're trans, don't go use the bathroom.
I'm from a very homophobic country. LGBT persons are usually being discriminated against. So now I see the need to fit myself in their shoe and also accept them.
I wanted to take a few minutes to maybe debrief this process. What was this like for you? Where is another place you might potentially be able to apply this?
I believe that we can apply this in the real world right now because in America I feel like we pretty much block what we think is wrong. What I have learned in class has prepared me to talk to new people, or maybe people that I disagree with. Maybe you can educate them, maybe you can do your research and see if what they're saying is right.
I just really want them to have like a tool belt when they go into the real world. The fact that you are at least willing to step outside of your comfort zone and listen and acknowledge. It's all about your ability to present yourself in a way that people will be receptive to what you want to say, even if it's something that they don't agree with.
If you learned how to argue your point and listen to another person's point without completely shutting them out, you can get where that person is coming from. That's what makes us the strongest.
The easiest way to engage in a conversation is to respect other people's opinions. When someone else is voicing their opinion, let them talk. Don't interrupt them with what you think is right. If you have a difference of opinion with someone over politics, it's not your job to tell them that they're wrong or that they're unintelligent and insult them. What you should do is respect their opinion because everyone has a right to their own. Students, I feel, learn and engage better when they're taught in an environment that is there to represent both sides of a situation. Students can better learn how to engage in a healthy conversation when they respect one another's opinions about different subjects. Everyone has the right to their own opinion, and no one should try to say otherwise. By learning to talk to one another, we can move forward towards coming back together in society rather than split up based on political views.